do a little bit of pressure flake in there. I have a whitetail antler tine in here. It's not an awesome one, but it's decent enough. Okay. Hope this isn't too flushed out bright screen. I'm going to do some blending flakes in the same side that I just fluted. My edge isn't turned right. If I turned it now with pressure, I'd end up with it. It would look funny, so I'm going to have to do some blending. Nice. Now, I'm not saying that I don't think that all clovis by any shot were fluted with a hammerstone. If I do later series of demonstrations with ivory punches, I'll speak of them in the same way I do hammerstones, and you might get the impression that I think all clovises are fluted with a ivory punch, and it's really not the case. I just get sing the praises of the tools I'm using kind of a thing. And they're all different. They require a lot of different edge treatment. I would have had this thing messed up or broke if I would be creating the same kind of edges for this hammerstone work as I would be for my ivory work or other kind of work. Okay. Now, you can't, you can, if I were hurrying, I could have made this preform a lot faster, and then you get to a certain point with the hafting element, though, the right angles and getting the taper on here and setting yourself up for fluting, and it really, you get into a lot of time. So it has to be right. Now, instead of doing the little guide flutes like I did with the hammerstone, I'm going to pressure flake them on. You can see the little blending I just did on this face, and I'm going to come back and pressure flake the guides here. Now these are serving as building, as ridge building. Okay. So, just little isolations. Now we've got to be able to get in there and hit that. Another thing, the shape and the bases will be different for the hammerstone because you need some mass with a hammerstone so you're not swinging too fast. Hammerstones, you don't really want to swing them as fast as you would antler. So make sure your ears are out of the way. And I'm going to use this ulna bone pressure flaker to just pop out little shells and get this platform perfect. Come on the back side and do a little pop out. And one little nub. It's probably going to be hard to see in the detail on your platform, but one little high spot on the end there, it really spells disaster a lot of times. Maybe not so much with the hammerstone, but certainly with the kind of flake you get. So maybe take it back a little more. Sometimes I'll start to grind and look at it and change something. Sometimes the ears are psychological. They just kind of freak you out because you're worried about hitting them. So just brush them back out of the way a little bit. And for those of you who don't know, these are what ears are. Material strength has something to do with how you set up your platforms. Obviously, this tough wrought shirt, it's got a good tensile strength, so your platforms can be fairly heavy. I hear that train coming. And the grinding is just so important. Grinding the right. If you want to lower, if I want to just take that down a little bit more, just grind a little bit down. Making sure there's any little sharp corners. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing I did before. Let me try to find a comfortable spot with the hammerstone. Now you can support it in your leg too. Maybe that's what I'll do on this one. Sip of coffee. I haven't eaten yet. I've got a little bit twitchy, so now I think I'm gonna maybe put the leather around it. Sometimes you can hold it better if you wrap it up in leather.